All right, we're going on the record and cause number 2019 CR 10921, State of Texas versus Brandon Guzman. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Jorgens, Jason Garahan, and Daniel Escobar for the state.
Defense?
Robert Mao for defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Brandon Guzman?
Yes.
All right, are both parties ready for trial, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we have a juror here. What is your name, please?
Myra Aldaba.
All right, so I've been informed by Deputy Laura that this juror who is listed as our juror number 4 is unable to continue because of medical issues. Is there any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor. I don't control that.
Right, any objection from the defense?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you so much for your
I'm so
service.
sorry, guys.
All right, so then the next person up will be the next alternate in line would be Bond.
You?
Bond, B-O-N-D. All right, are both parties ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is ready.
All right, so state, could you have your witness take the witness stand, please? All right, thank you. Well, just one moment. If you'll confer, once Deputy Laura comes back, if you'll confer with them, because if there's a video that your client needs to watch beforehand, so that there won't be a breakdown. State Defense Counsel Gay is saying that her client may need to see a video prior to, if she wants to see the video of her, I guess, some statement or something that she did. So if you all could make arrangements with her, and we'll see if the courtroom next door will allow her to be next door to watch that video.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that way there won't be a gap where we're waiting 20 minutes.
And Judge, prior to her testifying, I'm gonna want the court to instruct her and her counsel about the limiting. Because my concern is calling her to testify is an attempt to elicit.
We will take that up. We will take that up before she testifies. Yes, please. And just let them know that Judge Boyd is requesting that.
You with her else?
No.
Is she here?
She's not finished.
So we're just gonna check and see. First, if the next door will allow us to do that. I just have a seat here, sir. All right, so you can bring the jurors in.
All right, for the jury.
Remain seated. All right, everyone, please be seated. I'm hoping everyone was able to find parking very easily this morning. All right, state, call your next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Dan Trevino.
All right, Mr. Trevino, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, so I'm gonna need you to speak up so
Yes.
that the court reporter can hear and that the jurors can hear.
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record and spell it, please.
Dan Trevino, DANTREVINO.
State.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Trevino, how long have you lived in San Antonio?
All my life.
And, back in 2019, specifically July 29th, 2019, were you living at 535 South Acme Road?
Yes.
What, that morning, how did your morning start?
Um, I was gonna go to my car. I live in the second story. apartment. I was going downstairs to get my weapon. I was gonna go to a range the day before, but I just didn't, so I left it there. I went to go pick it up in the morning.
Could you try pulling that mic a little closer to you?
Yeah.
You just lean it a bit, just so we can make sure everyone can hear.
Yeah.
So you said you're gonna do the range the day before?
Yeah, I was gonna go, but just didn't go.
Okay.
So I left it.
So you left it in your car?
Yeah.
Do you have a CHL,
Yes.
a concealed handgun license? So did you in fact go out to your car that morning?
Yes, I did.
July 29th?
Yes.
Each other, make sure you got to speak one at a time, if you slow down.
Sure. Yes, so the lady sitting in front of you is the court reporter, and so she's got to take down everything that's being said. So when I'm asking a question, if you could just wait till I finish the question, and I'll try to also wait until you finish your answer before
Okay.
I start talking to you. Now, so you went down to your car that morning. Do you remember about what time that was?
I know it was early in the morning.
When you were down there, did anything unusual happen?
Yeah, I had just about, opened the trunk. It was gonna get my handguns out of there. I heard maybe 4 or 5 gunshots. Pretty close.
Were you able to tell where the gunshots were coming from?
Yeah, behind me.
May I use the volume on?
Yes.
All right, I'm showing you what's been introduced into evidence as State Exhibit 2. Do you recognize this map?
Yes, that's right of it.
Okay. Now, I think you should be able to draw on that screen to your right. Could you indicate, if you can see it on here, where you were parked that morning?
Like right here.
If you can touch the screen.
Okay. And can you indicate, again, by pressing on the screen, approximately where you heard gunshots coming from?
Right here.
What did you do after you heard the gunshots?
Kind of stuck behind my car.
Okay. How long were you behind your car?
Not that long. About 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And
Was it-
the lady across from me, Yolanda, the older lady, she called me over.
And so you spoke with her?
Yeah,
What did you do after speaking?
she was just speaking about they were fighting upstairs or something.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Let's not go into what she told you. That's gonna be hearsay. So after you spoke with her, what did you do next?
Well, I went over there and I just spoke to her. And when I was speaking to her, I heard the door slam. Her footsteps running from the top towards the back of the stairwell, I guess.
So let me slow you down. So you heard a door slam. Were you able to tell where the door slam was coming
From the top of her apartment.
from? On top of Yolanda's apartment?
Yes.
Which floor was Yolanda's apartment?
It's not this in the first floor.
Okay, so it was the apartment above her floors. Okay. You heard footsteps and you said going towards the back of the.
Yes.
So which direction, if you can point, or if you can click on the map that we're seeing on the screen, which direction were the footsteps going?
Like from right here this way.
Okay, so towards the right side of Exhibit 2,
Yeah.
right side, okay. So did you see anyone at that time when you heard the footsteps?
I saw somebody coming out, through the stairs, didn't have that little gap that you can, someone block, you know, you can see right through the stairs.
May I use the one, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm gonna play a video from what's been entered into evidence as states 15A. This is the video ending in 486. So stopping now right at the beginning, do you recognize this area, Mr. Trevino?
Yeah, it looks like one of the hallways.
We'll keep playing from the beginning. All right, and at this point, we've gotten into an apartment. So let me go back to the beginning. Did you see the plants over on the right-hand side near the beginning of this place?
Yes,
Do you recognize those plants?
and go for Yolanda's plans.
I'm sorry, what? I couldn't understand this.
I'm sorry, sir, you're gonna have
Oh.
to speak up and speak into the microphone.
Those are Yolanda's plans.
Okay, so then this over what we're seeing here on the right at the beginning of the video. This is,
Yolanda's apartment.
Sign, please.
I'm sorry. So you said that you heard the footsteps. Where were you standing when you heard the footsteps?
About right there where the plans were at.
Okay, so around kind of the middle of the screen at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. And here in the back, we're seeing, it looks like another staircase. Is this what you're talking about where you can
Yes.
see kind of through the staircase?
All right, so just one moment. So the court reporter, she can potentially take down, no, stop. Court reporter can potentially take down two people talking at the same time, but that makes her job extra difficult. When court reporters have a record and people see that there are parts of the record where nothing's down and they put in inaudible or unable to record, that makes them look bad. Then people think they're not a good reporter. Okay, so I understand that we're used to talking sort of at the same time and talking over each other. So this is what we're going to do. Wait till the state or the defense, if they ask you a question, wait till they finish their question. Even if you think you know where the question is going, wait till it's finished. And once they stop talking, then you answer. And they will not speak over you. Okay. All right, thank you. And make sure you keep your voice toward the microphone and you can slide your chair up. I know there's a hump there. All right, state, ask your next question, please.
Thank you. So the staircase that we're seeing in the kind of the far distance on this still frame, is this what you're talking about where you said you could see through the staircase?
Yeah.
Now, were you able to see an individual coming down those stairs?
Yes.
Was it a male or female?
It's a man,
What did he look like?
Mexican. When he was coming down the stairs, he was taking off his shirt, wrapping something. I don't know what it was. The thing I do remember was that funky haircut.
What did his hair look like?
You know, short, puffy, mushroom looking thing.
Do you remember what color it was?
Uh, black, brown.
And he said he took off his shirt. Did you see what his bottom half was, like shorts or pants or anything?
Really wasn't paying attention to that.
Did you ever see his face?
Not at that moment right there.
So you saw it later?
Yes.
When did you see his face?
When I followed them to the next building.
So why did you follow him to the next building?
We're all neighbors there. We all watch out for each other, you know, and
So when the individual continued on to the next building, what was his stride like? Was he walking, running?
it was like double walking and like moving kind of fast.
Did he ever look back when you were following him?
No, but when I called him, he turned around.
Did you call him by name?
No, I just said, hey,
Did you know who he was at that point? And so another thing about the court reporter, she
no,
can sometimes get down, shakes or nods, but try to always vocalize her answer.
no,
So the question again, or I've got a question. Did you recognize him?
no.
So you said he turned around when he called out to him. Did he say anything?
No,
So what did he do when you called out to him?
he took up running.
So at the time that he turned around, did you see his face?
Yes,
Now, obviously, that was 3.5 years ago now, right? Do you see the man that you saw in the courtroom today?
yeah,
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to speak
yes,
up.
yes.
Would you please point to him and identify him by an article of clothing that he's wearing?
White shirt.
And just for the record, the witness has identified the defendant in the report. Now, after you saw the defendant and he ran off, what did you do next?
I just followed him.
So let's switch back over to State's Exhibit 2. Are you able to try zooming out a bit? Can you mark can you just touch like a single spot? Where did he turn around? Where did he turn around so you could see his face?
Somewhere between this hall. thing. Somewhere in there. It's
So
like-
was it within the building?
Yes, it was in the walkway of that building.
Between the apartments? Okay.
Yes.
And then can you draw his path? Where did he run after you turned it?
After he turned around, he he went like this. went this way.
So, so for the record, it looks like you kind of went up along in the general direction of that street that's in the middle of, say, Exhibit 2. Is that a yes?
Yes,
And did you pursue him in that direction?
I know, I thought, you know, I'm gonna run it through the back, cause I didn't know if he was carrying or not, so I just ran this way.
So you-
My-
And I'm sorry, just let me explain for the record. So it looks like you're drawing through the middle of the left-hand section of the apartments in Exhibit 2. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay. So why did you run in that direction instead of following me left?
There was gunshots, I didn't know if he would shot me to the back, I mean, you know, turn around and shoot, so I'd rather go around.
You had said at the beginning that you had gone to your car to get your own firearm.
Yes,
Did you have your firearm at that time?
yes, it did.
So what happened after you essentially tried to go around the other side of that?
I came back this way and I looked both ways and I didn't see him anymore, so I went right here. And I saw a couple right about in this apartments.
Okay, so just for the record, it looks like you're saying that you went around towards that building that's in the north western most part of State Exhibit 2. And you saw a couple sitting in, is it in that central area of that building?
Yes, in the halfway,
So what did they look like?
the guy looked just like him, but he had a shirt. He wasn't turning around. The girl was the one talking. But I didn't know that would be them or him. So I just kind of backed off. And as I was backing off, I saw a police officer and I told him what I had seen. So he
And
takes,
so where did you, sorry to interrupt, but where did you see the police officer?
but that time they already coming, so was right here. And the police officer stopped me right there and I told him that last time I saw him, he was running through here and he took off.
So you were at that northernmost street in front of that westernmost building. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
So when you made contact with the police officer, how did the police officer react to your presence?
That one, he was good, you know, he followed where I told him, he took off on the main street looking, I guess, for him. And I figured, well, no, that's it, I'm gonna go back home.
Okay, so what happened next?
Another one came and
Another one what?
another police officer came. And that one told me to get on the ground as I was walking back.
So may I use the log drive?
Yes.
I'm gonna play from what's been admitted as Exhibit 3. Play from 14:47 and 36 seconds zero time. All right, so here at 14:48 and 51 seconds in this time, we're seeing an individual up on the screen. Do you know who that is?
That's me.
We'll keep playing from there. All right, so pausing here at 14:49 and 16 seconds in time. Is that what you were just talking about?
14:49, I'm sorry.
Oh, 14:49 and 16 seconds in time. Is that what you were just talking about with being told to get on the ground?
Yeah.
So what happens after this point?
He didn't want to hear anything. I was telling him, he just was not happy. He's like, we got him, we got him. And that story stayed for about 4 hours.
Were you actually charged with anything from this incident?
No, I was detained in the back of the vehicle for about 4 hours.
Did the police realize what your involvement was after the fact?
They didn't want to hear anything. So just,
I'm sorry, you're gonna need to speak
they
up.
didn't want to hear anything. They just, assumed I was the one.
At the beginning,
Yes.
but did they eventually realize what your involvement was?
Until the homicide detective came.
Sure. And at that point, you provided a statement to the police about what you did, right?
Yeah.
May I use the lawyer on?
Yes.
Great, we're gonna play from what's been admitted into evidence at stake exhibit 18. Mr. Trevino, do you recognize this area?
Yes.
What general area are we looking at here?
My building, a camera from first floor.
Do you know, so stopping here at 21 seconds in, do you know who that is on the screen?
That's me.
Okay, we'll keep playing. So what are you doing at this point that we're watching now?
Going to see the older lady Yolanda.
This one.
Yeah,
Phone, you need to turn it.
I'm trying to turn it off.
Okay. No, I understand.
Great, we're seeing, and it's a little hard to see up here.
Excuse me just a moment.
This is what I think that's-
Yes, you may drink something. All right, you can ask your question.
Thanks. We're seeing near the. We're seeing near the very top of the screen, an individual between the two buildings. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you know who that individual was? Let me back it up a bit. We continue from 1 minute. We'll keep playing. Now here at 1 minute and 12 seconds in, we're seeing a second individual. Do you know who that is?
That's me, white shirt.
So what are you doing at this point in the video?
I wanted to see, put a face to whatever was happening.
So who was the first individual that we saw crossing the screen around 1 minute?
Um.
Was it the individual that you were describing?
Yes,
And yeah, so did you know his name? We'll pass it on to Sergio.
Defense?
Mr. Trevino, I'm gonna ask you some questions, and if you don't understand. Or I speak too quickly, which I tend to do, please let me know, okay? So you gave a statement, the day of the incident, correct? Is that yes?
yes, sir.
Yeah, like the judge said, you need to.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
So, when you talk to the police, you talk about what you observed, right?
Yes,
Okay, and you said you saw a person running down the stairs. He was taking his shirt off. Is that yes?
yes.
Okay, so when he was taking his shirt off, was he using both hands, one hand? How was he taking his shirt off?
I don't know, I just saw a shirt coming off.
Well, I understand you saw a shirt coming off, but it didn't come off by magic, right? So did he use one hand to pull it off? Did he use two hands to take it off?
I don't know.
Okay, and this person was going down the stairs behind you, so he had his back to you, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And then you described that he was wrapping something with the shirt, right?
yes,
So was this as he was walking down the stairs?
yes.
Okay, and what, did you see anything or what size the object was that he was wrapping with his shirt?
No.
Okay, did you see a box?
No,
And you described a unique haircut, right? You said he had like a haircut short on the sides, long on the top, right? That yes?
yes,
Okay, but that's not a haircut that's unique to that neighborhood. There are a lot of people in that area that have the same kind of haircut, right?
yes.
There's a phrase, a name for that called the Marbach mop, right? But you've seen other people with that same kind of haircut, right?
Yes,
And in fact, you said that when you lost sight of that person and you came back, you saw another person you thought might be him standing with the woman, right?
yes,
But you weren't really sure. Okay. But if you're 100% certain about Brandon Guzman's identity, wouldn't you be able to tell us whether or not that second person you saw was him or not?
Mm. Can you say it again?
Sure. So you're in here today telling us you're 100% certain that the man sitting here is the person you saw, right? Correct?
Yes,
Okay. But you told the police at the time that you might be able to identify the person, right?
Mhm.
You weren't 100% certain, right? Is that yes?
yes,
Okay. So you told the police and you told the jury that after you lost sight of this person that you were chasing, you came back and you saw a person who might be him with a woman, right?
yes,
Okay. So if you're 100% certain about your identity in court, you can be 100% certain about this guy you saw with the woman, right?
but
Okay. Was it him or not?
he didn't turn around.
He what?
He didn't turn around.
Okay, so you're saying you had the same haircut, right?
Mhm.
You talked to him. How close did you get?
Not close enough.
Okay. And was he wearing the same clothes?
No, he was wearing a shirt already.
Okay, what color shirt?
It was a gray shirt.
Okay, what color pants?
I didn't see the pants. He was sitting on the stairway.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. So this is 4 years ago, right? that yes?
Yes,
Okay, I'm not,
no, no,
I'm not
no,
trying to bully you, we just have to have a record.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So when's the last time anybody from either the police department or the DA's office talked to you about this case?
They were talking to me, they would just call me, make me wait there and then it was over.
Then it was what?
They will call me, I will get subpoenas, I'll wait there in that waiting room 3-4 hours and then nothing, I can get to go home.
Okay, but you met with people from the DA's office about the case, right?
Yes,
To discuss your testimony, right?
yes,
Did they show you photographs?
yes,
Okay, of what?
I guess.
Of him?
Yes,
Okay, so when they showed you photographs of him, did they show you photographs of other people or just of him?
other people, I think,
You think or you know?
they look different,
They what?
some of them might look different,
Okay, so do you know what a lineup is? Or a
yes,
photo array?
yes.
So let's talk about when you were shown photographs. How long ago?
They just went probably about a year ago.
Okay, and who did this lineup with you? Was it a detective or somebody from the DA's office?
It was, I think a sheriff or something,
Okay, you remember his name?
you know,
Okay, where did that happen?
down this, over in the corner.
In this building?
Yes,
The
I
other
was
one?
good.
Was it somebody from the DA's office?
I really don't know.
Okay, and so let's talk about this identification. Okay. So did the person just hand you a lineup with a bunch of pictures and say, pick out the person you saw?
No, they would just show me different pictures,
Okay. Of what?
people.
Okay. So at the time this happened 4 years ago, you told the police you might be able to pick him out, right? And then I guess that my question is the manner in which this entire photo lineup was shown to you, right? You can't remember who did it?
I mean, I was brought 3 times, 4 times. Only been there once.
Okay, because at the time you gave your statement to the police, your indication was that you might be able to identify him, right? And here we're talking 3 years later, you were given a photo or maybe photos, you're not really sure, and that's how you picked him out, right? Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, so I guess the question is, was this when you did this process, was this done on in the DA's office? It was done in that building at the end, right?
yes,
Did you go upstairs?
no,
You know what floor you were on?
floor, 4th floor.
Okay. And at the time they did this photo lineup, do you know whether or not that was recorded?
You didn't tell me anything.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 10-minute break. So remember what I said about not discussing this amongst yourselves, not looking at anything, not doing any investigation. Everything that you need to know about this case will come from inside the courtroom. And you're not to begin deliberations until I instruct you. All right, everyone, please rise. Everyone, please be seated. Yeah, we can be on, no, we can look. All right, so what's the issue?
Judge, if in fact there was a photo array and a subsequent statement done by this.
All right, let's do this. Why don't you ask your questions and let's see what's going on.
Well, Judge, I did. I asked him, and he said he went to the DA's office, identified a photo array. And from that photo array, picked my client out of a lineup. That fact was never disclosed to me. Obviously, it would have been pertinent to any sort of strategy that I had moving forward. And that was never revealed to me.
All right, so state.
Judge, I have no knowledge of that, so I'd like to ask some questions just to clarify when this happened or if it happened.
All right, people, both sides can ask their questions. Let's start with you, Mr. Maurer. I know you said you asked your questions, but I want to make sure that he understands what your question is and he can answer it.
Okay.
And then state you will have a chance to answer your question. Please listen to the question and ask the questions that's asked of you. Keep your voice up and only one person speaks at a time. Defense?
So, Mr. Trevino, you told us that you at one point in time were brought to the DA's office, right? Is that correct?
You need to answer
Yes,
yes.
yes,
No,
yes.
time out, stop. So I understand that it's hard when you're being brought in to testify and maybe you've never testified before.
No.
All right, I understand that. But when somebody asks a question, you cannot nod your head. You need to answer it verbally. It's either yes, no, or whatever the answer is, but you need to answer so that everyone can hear.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so how you know if you're answering where everyone can hear is whether or not we can hear it. So if I can't hear it, then that means that you're not speaking loud enough or that you are not giving a verbal answer. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right.
Proceed.
Yes,
I think so, sorry.
yes, you may have something to drink. Although I could be wrong, I don't think big red and soda is good for thirst. But it will help, I believe. All right. Defense.
And so you informed us that you went to the DA's office at some time after the incident, and you were presented a photo or photos to aid you in identifying the person you saw, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
here's the thing, stop whispering.
yes.
Everyone, we're gonna take a 2-minute break. And we're gonna come back. You to remain on the witness stand, and I want you to start speaking up so that we can hear. And you're gonna have to answer so that we can hear. If you don't talk loud enough, I can't hear. Nobody can hear your answer. If you need some water, you're more than welcome to get water at the water fountain. The rule has been invoked. That means that you can't speak to anyone except for attorneys for the state or attorneys for the defense. Now, is there anyone who can get the witness some water? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So they're going to get you some water. You're going to remain seated up here. And then I want you to remember that when someone's asking a question, you need to answer it, okay?
So
All right, so both parties. Number one,
I'm gonna be right.
we're gonna slow down when we're talking so the court reporter can hear.
Good turn on the video.
And you gotta pronounce every syllable. Because if you do not, the court reporter is gonna write it down exactly as it said. If you said, so if you're only saying the word exhibit, because you're talking fast, that's exactly how it's gonna appear in the record. So everybody, slow it down. Everybody, when you ask your question, wait until the witness answers the question, and everybody needs to speak up so everybody can hear. So, defense, ask your questions.
I guess, first of all, you had a discussion with the DA just now about somebody who showed you photographs, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying at some point in time, somebody did show you photographs, right?
Yes,
Of people or people, a lineup, right? Or a photo array,
yes,
okay? And at the time you gave that photo array, did you give a statement about identifying particular person?
I don't remember.
Well, you just said here, you're 100% it was him, right?
Yes,
Okay, so at the time you were shown these photographs, did you tell the person from the DA's office who you thought was the person that you had seen?
that I don't understand. Yes, I saw that one. And I pointed at that picture, that was the one I thought it was it.
Okay, did you initial anything or sign anything to indicate that that was the person that you identified? Like, did they have you sign the photograph?
No,
Do you recall what the person looked like who you spoke to in the DA's office?
there was like 4 in there.
Okay, were they wearing uniforms and guns? Were they in suits?
2 were wearing uniforms, and not uniforms, but like sheriff, gun, and the other one were just behind the desk.
Okay, but you're quite positive you gave a statement to somebody in the DA's office and they showed you photographs or a photograph that to help you identify who you saw. Is that correct?
Yes,
How long, can you tell us how long ago that was?
no.
Was it a year?
I've been through so many of these. I don't know.
Okay. Because according to your statement at the time, you weren't sure you could identify who was involved. That's what your statement said, right?
Yes,
Okay. Those are all the questions I have, Judge.
State.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Trevino, have you ever been a witness in any other case?
no, no,
So the only time that you would have come to the courthouse was for this case, is that right?
yes,
And did you say the photos that were shown to you, that happened at the courthouse?
yes. Okay.
Okay, it looked like you were thinking about that, or?
Yeah, it was the courthouse down this hall all the way down there.
Down this hall, okay, on this floor?
Yes,
And so before, when the jury was here, you talked about it possibly being a sheriff that showed it to you. So what did the individuals look like that showed you the photographs?
Mm. They were wearing like pants, shirt, the little I guess badge sewn in, they had guns.
Do you remember
And
what, I'm sorry to interrupt.
All right, so here's the thing. We're gonna stop talking over each other. We're gonna stop interrupting each other. If we continue talking over each other and interrupting each other, you will not get to ask your questions. I will cut you off. I'm not gonna say it anymore.
Sorry. Go ahead.
and those 2 ladies behind desks.
Okay, so where was this?
At the end of the hall, right? I guess past the restrooms and then a right. One of those doors.
Are you saying at the opposite end of the hallway?
That way. It's just the room is not,
Was it a locked room?
no, it was just like a little office.
Did you see on this floor that there's a window with the district attorney's office staff sitting behind it? No. You have to answer verbally.
No,
And I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where this was. So,
Does anybody, let me help everybody out. Does anybody want to go out with the court reporter and walk down the hallway and find out where on this floor he's saying that he was shown a photograph?
I will.
sure, if we can do that, Judge.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm putting you under a lot of strain.
We're off the record.
We're off the record.
You want me to take my machine with me?
Just one moment. State defense. Do y'all want the court reporter to take her machine with her, or would you both like to walk with him down the hallway?
I'll walk with him. As long as my investigator can come as well.
All right. And Mr. Maurer, are you okay with leaving your client here?
Yes.
All right. So you can remain here. Mr. Trevino, you're still under oath. The state and the defense are going to walk you down the hallway or wherever you say this occurred so that they will know what you're talking about.
okay.
Thank you. We can stop. All right, we're back on the record. Any more questions?
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to get clear for the record what we just did. So, Mr. Trevino, we just walked out, yourself, the attorneys for the state and the attorney for the defendant. And we just walked out down on this fourth floor of the building, right?
Yes.
All right, here's the thing. You need to speak up. Nobody can hear you.
Yes,
Move towards the mic. All right,
And you led us down to the end of the hall, the opposite end of the hall of this building, right?
yes,
And then you turned right where you thought the room was.
yes,
And all that was there was restrooms at that spot.
yes,
And so we tried to go into the DA's intake floor. And you said that did not look familiar, right?
yes,
But you thought that you met with DAs or sheriff's staff on this floor,
yes.
but you don't know where that room.
I thought it was this floor, but I guess it's not this floor.
So let's talk about the photos themselves. So what photos were specifically shown to you? What do they look like?
Just face shots.
Were they face shots of the same person or different people?
2, 3 different people.
Okay, did they look similar or different from each other?
Different.
Did you recognize any of them?
Yes,
How many did you recognize?
only one. One.
And who was the individual that you recognized?
I still don't know his name.
The one that's in the courtroom?
Yes. Yes,
How were those photos shown to you? Were they shown one at a time or all at once?
just like all at once.
What was said to you when those photos were shown to you?
If any of them look familiar.
So did they explain to you what they were doing before they showed you the photos?
No,
Okay, so why were you brought in? Why did you come into the courthouse that day?
they said we're gonna testify. And that's it.
Who said that?
I got subpoenas more than 4 times already. And I come, take me to the back, or they make me wait in the room. Up to like 12 or 1 from the morning till 12. And nothing happens.
Okay, so when was this? The day that you were shown the photos, how long ago was that?
I don't know.
Okay, can you approximate? Was it a month ago? or-
No, it's probably longer.
Was it 2 months ago?
Talking about 6, 7 months, maybe more.
And the attorneys that are on, the prosecutors that are on this case now, did any of them meet with you on that day?
Them?
No, so the prosecutors that you can see at the state's table, myself,
Oh,
Mr. Escobar, and Mr. Garrett, who's walking in right now.
no,
Were any of us present?
no, it was
So what?
it was a whole new different, whole different other people.
Okay, so what did the people look like?
I think one of the name was Aurora.
Okay.
And she's the one that would call me all the time.
And who else was there?
That's just the name that would stick out to me the most, Aurora.
What did the other people look like?
Shadows, I guess. They weren't like the blue shirt with the embroidered badge and the handguns.
Okay. When you were shown the photos, did the individual showing you the photos, did they suggest who the individual was?
They kind of said, you know,
What did they say?
They said, does any of it look, I'm not going, well, yeah, this one goes, that's the guy that's been arrested.
Okay, they said that after you identified him?
Yeah.
So before you identified him, did they suggest who was the arrested person?
No,
And then there was talk about a statement. So did you provide a written statement at that time?
no,
Did you provide an audio recorded statement?
not that I remember.
What did you talk about with them after the photos?
They was just showing me the same thing, like some sort of map thing, which way I went. Just the same questions I'm getting asked right now.
All right, so here's the court's question. And I'm sorry, you can step down, and if you'll wait outside, please. Oh, you can leave the phone there. Nobody will touch it.
But
All right, so this is what's going to end up happening. The the witnesses in court identification, I'm telling the jury to disregard that in court identification. Is there any other request?
Not from defense, Judge.
Not from the section.
All right. And is this witness, Mr. Maurer, do you still have further questions for this witness?
No.
All right. So if you all, I will put him back on the witness stand, and I will ask if you have any further questions, and I guess your response will be no. State, are you going to have any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so let's bring the witness back on the witness stand, and State, if you can have your next witness available.
And Judge, will the court instruct the jury while the witness is on the stand? I think it
Yes.
would be important that that be
Yes,
done.
I
Thank you.
will. Yes. And Attorney Maurer? Attorney Maurer.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the court is going to instruct the jurors to disregard his in-court identification, and they're not to consider it as a part of evidence. Do you have
Thank
any
you.
objections to that?
No, ma'am.
All right. We're ready.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. Any further questions from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
State, any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, with regards to this witness's testimony, you are to wholly disregard any in-court identification of the defendant, Brandon Guzman. Does everyone understand? All right, is this witness excused or subject for recall?
Excuse my statement.
I'm not going to recall him.
All right, the rule has been invoked. What that means is you can't discuss your testimony with anyone. The only persons you're allowed to speak to are attorneys for the state or the defense. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, you may step down and you may take your items with you. Yes, you can go. Yes,
Thanks.
sure. Do not forget your phone. All right, thank you. All right, state, call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Ronald Land.
All right, if you'll take a seat here, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. If you'll state your name for record and spelling, and please keep your voice up so the court reporter and the jurors can hear.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Ronald Land, Ronald, Land, Land.
All right, state.
Thank you, Your Honor. What do you presently do for a living?
Currently, I'm employed as an investigator here at Bear County District Attorney's Office.
How long have you been with the DA's office?
Roughly 6 months, sir.
Where were you before that?
Retired after 28 years with the San Antonio Police Department.
Was there any particular reason for your retirement?
Just time to move on, I guess.
While you were at the San Antonio Police Department, what was your position?
The last 6 years, I guess, of my career, sir, I was a detective at the Repeat Offender Program, otherwise known as ROPE.
What is the repeat offender program?
It's at the time, it was a unit within the covert division. We worked plain clothes, we drove unmarked police vehicles, we do covert surveillance and we did a variety of things. Actually, we worked on high profile wanted people, we did narcotics investigations, we did just about property crimes investigations, a little bit of everything.
What's the reason for having a covert unit that's in plain clothes?
Judge, I'm going to object to relevance.
Sustain.
Did you have cause to become involved in an investigation around July 30th of 2019?
Yes, sir.
How did you become involved in that investigation?
I'm not sure how it happened that day, but typically, relative to this case, we would get notification either from our supervisor or from a follow-up unit of a, in this case, it was a high profile wanted person, and we'll get assigned to the investigation and we'll take the lead on trying to catch the wanted person.
When we say a wanted person, what does that mean?
Someone with a warrant.
Who was the subject of the warrant that you were investigating in this case?
Brandon Guzman.
Great. So what did you do when you were assigned to this?
I'm not sure exactly how it went that day, but typically what will happen is we'll get information who the suspect is, any relative information relative to the investigation, such as maybe what kind of vehicle they're going to be in, who they're with, what the warrant's for, stuff like that.
And did you obtain that kind of information for this case?
Yes, sir.
What did you do with that information after you?
Typically, when we get information like that, we'll brief on the investigation and we'll go out and we'll go start establishing surveillance if we know where the subject or possible vehicle is going to be. I believe this case, we did have information on what kind of vehicle we might be looking for and where it might be, so we went and established surveillance.
All right. When you establish surveillance, what's involved with that?
As I said previously, sir, we all drive unmarked vehicles, so we'll go out to different locations around the city, maybe where the vehicle might be, and if someone finds it, they'll let us know that we found it, and we'll go establish surveillance by, we could sit somewhere down the street or somewhere around the corner, anywhere where the car might go, if it's a car, and we'll wait and see who gets in it. When it leaves, we'll follow and see what we do from there.
Why do you drive an unmarked vehicle?
It's due to the covert nature of our work. We don't want to be seen until it's time to be seen.
Why is that important?
Why would it be important? Well, if someone saw us out there, if they saw a marked police car outside where we were doing surveillance, they probably wouldn't come outside.
Did you conduct surveillance on a vehicle in this case?
Could you repeat that, sir?
I'm sorry, did you conduct surveillance on a vehicle in this case?
Yes, sir.
How did that surveillance go? From the beginning?
I believe we established a location for the vehicle and we saw, if I'm remembering my report right, we saw two females get in the vehicle, we followed it. One of the females was dropped off, and we continued to follow the vehicle to another location.
Do you remember the original location?
No, sir, I don't.
You said you prepared a report as a part of this investigation.
Yes, sir.
Did you prepare that report near the time of the incident?
Yes, sir.
In that report, did you record information such as the initial location of the surveillance?
Yes, sir.
Would seeing that report also affect your memory?
Yes, sir.
May I approach you, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
All right, sir, handing you a copy of your report. If you could take a look at that, if there's something that you don't remember, if that helps refresh your memory, then please answer from your memory. Don't just redirect it.
Yes, sir.
So going back to my initial question, if you can try to refresh your memory about where the initial surveillance started.
The 3500 block of LeBlanc.
All right, and what happens there?
I'm not sure if it was me or one of the other detectives in the unit. We established surveillance on the vehicle, like we said, and when we see people get in, we follow it. I believe when we saw this vehicle, the subject wasn't in it yet. So we followed the vehicle to another location and we kept following it basically until we found out the defendant was in it.
Okay, so you mentioned a couple things there. It sounds like multiple detectives were involved in this.
Yes, sir. The team I was on at the time consisted of 10 detectives and a supervisor. And I can tell you from experience that on an investigation like this, if it's a murder, the whole team would have been activated. If anyone was available, they would have been involved. So
Why do you have so many detectives?
if you're doing mobile surveillance, obviously if you follow behind someone for a long time, they're gonna see you following them. So if you have 6, 8, 10 detectives, you can switch off and not be seen as easily when you're conducting surveillance.
And so you said that initially the Brandon Guzman, the subject of the warrants, was not in the vehicle, is that right?
Correct, sir.
So why did you follow the vehicle to a secondary location?
We had information that the driver of the vehicle was affiliated with the defendant.
Was the driver?
Miranda Garcia.
Do you know her association with Mr. Guzman?
No, sir.
What happened at the secondary location?
At the secondary location, one of the females got out of the vehicle and the vehicle drove away.
And what did you do next? Or you or other detectives?
We continued following the vehicle to a third location.
What happened at that third location?
At the third location, the vehicle stopped. I believe the female waited in the car and let's see if I can remember here.
I'm sorry, what did you say again?
I'm trying to remember what happened there. The vehicle stopped. The defendant at some point came to the vehicle and got in the passenger seat. And then a second male came to the vehicle at some point, and the driver and the second male did something in the trunk before they all got in the vehicle and drove away. The second male was in the back right passenger seat, if I recall.
And how do you know that the defendant was one of the individuals in the vehicle?
We saw him come out and get in the vehicle.
Did you have any kind of description for what he looked like?
Typically, when we're involved in an investigation like this, the dispatcher will either send us information with a picture, a mugshot, or any kind of picture we can get. And we use that. We'll either have it on the phone or we'll have a printed copy with us in our vehicle so we can see what the person we're looking for looks like.
All right, so for this case, the person that you were looking for matched the description of the
Yes, sir.
What happened next?
We continued covert surveillance. We had uniformed officers from the street crimes unit, and we followed the vehicle from that location to a parking lot. I think it was in the 1900 block of San Marcos,
So why did you get uniformed officers involved?
because we need a uniform presence. It's safer to have uniformed officers involved to do the traffic stop because it avoids any confusion, people thinking it's not the police.
So did uniformed officers conduct a traffic stop on that vehicle?
Yes, sir. Uniformed officers from the street crimes unit conducted the traffic stop.
Did you make the location of the traffic stop?
Yes, sir, I did. I was loosely behind the officers as they conducted the stop.
What is the procedure when conducting? Sorry, let me back up. What was the warrant for?
The defendant had 2 warrants, if I recall.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
I believe my question was, what were the warrants for?
Again, if I recall correctly, I know for sure one was for murder, but I believe there was a second warrant for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
All right, and those were from the same incident?
I'm not sure, sir.
You have the warrant numbers on your report?
Let me see if I can find them here. Okay, the murder warrant was number 169-9316. And the aggravated assault warrant was 169-9317. So I'm assuming, based on the sequence of the warrants, that they were issued at the same time.
And would that be typical if they were from the same incident?
Yes, sir.
So when you were executing these warrants, what is the procedure for executing a warrant for potentially violent offense?
Our procedure at the time called for a felony stop, and a felony traffic stop involves the officers who conduct the stop ordering the individuals in the vehicle out at gunpoint. It's a lengthy process, but basically you order them out and get them on the ground in a safe position and put handcuffs on them and bring them back to a position of cover. As many people are in the vehicle at the time, as long as it takes till you get everybody out safely.
What is the reason for taking someone out at gunpoint for a situation like this?
Due to the nature of the alleged incident, you want to make sure that they're not armed, and if they are armed, you want to have them in a position where they can't harm you.
And I believe you said you made the location of the traffic stop.
Yes, sir.
When you were there, were you equipped with a body worn camera?
Yes, sir, I was.
Was that camera capable of making an accurate recording?
Yes, sir.
And I think I forgot to ask this. You were a certified peace officer on that day, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the recording that you made, have you had a chance to review it?
Yes, sir.
Members of this judge?
Yes.
Showing you what's been marked as state exhibit number 32. Have you reviewed that?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It's muted footage of my body cam from that day.
And aside from removing the hearsay, the audio from it, is it an accurate recording?
Yes, sir.
And does it accurately depict the scene of the traffic stop?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, the state offers exhibit 32 into evidence for all purposes. I have no objections.
All right, state's exhibit number 32 is admitted without objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we publish?
Yes.
So we're looking at the video right now. It looks like there's someone else in the video wearing, I think, cargo shorts. Do you know who that was?
I'll be able to tell you in just a minute if I can see who it is. I believe it was Detective Borgens, if I'm not mistaken.
So that means it was probably another law enforcement officer.
Yes, sir.
This is the plainclothes that you were talking about.
Yes, sir.
We're seeing a lot of officers on the screen. Why are there so many uniformed officers involved?
Because it was a high profile case, sir.
What do you mean by high profile?
Well, the alleged offender was presumably armed at the time of the traffic stop.
Try to back up. So we're seeing someone on the screen now at 21, that's 33 and 46 seconds zero time. Do you know who that woman was?
That was the driver of the vehicle, sir.
What was her name?
Miranda Garcia.
Keep playing. Detective, what was, or, I mean, stop right there. Do you know who that individual was that we just saw at, around 21:34 and I guess around 39 seconds of the time?
That was the back right passenger, and just, I don't know personally who it was, but going from my report, it was Matthew Villagomez.
What was your role on the scene at this traffic stop?
At this point, we're just there in support of the uniform officers, in case something happens. But when the uniform officers are there, they're in control of the traffic stop.
We'll keep playing. So why did the video end at that point?
At that time, in covert unit, our policy was when the actor was taken into custody, we deactivated our cameras.
So it wasn't really visible on your camera, but was Brandon Guzman taken into custody at that time?
Yes, sir.
Was, if you're aware of it, did he put up any kind of resistance?
Just from reading the report again and remembering the day that, when the officers were conducting the felony stop, they're given precise commands on what to do and how to act. I believe they ordered him to keep his hand out the window, but he was reaching behind the passenger seat or the driver's seat. He was sitting in the front right, or the front passenger seat.
Judge, I'm gonna object to hearsay.
I suppose it was a perfect judge.
Okay, it's still hearsay.
All right. Is this something someone told you or is this something you witnessed?
I couldn't be clear on that, to be honest with you, Judge, just from what my report said.
All right, if it's something that someone told you, then the objection is sustained. If it's something that you witnessed, then the objection will be overruled.
What happened to the vehicle after the apprehension?
The vehicle was towed.
Was it ever searched, to your knowledge?
Yes, sir. A consent search was conducted as well, I believe. I won't say what I believe. There was a consent search conducted at the scene.
Who was allowed to give consent to search a vehicle?
The driver.
We'll pass it to the judge.
Defense?
I have a second, Judge.
Yes.
You said Matthew Villagomez was in the back seat
Yes, sir.
and he's, I guess you have him down as AP2 in your report, correct?
Yes, sir.
I have another question.
All right, is this witness excused or subject for recall?
Excuse by the state judge.
I have no other questions from Judge.
All right, the rule has been invoked with that meeting. You do not discuss your testimony with anyone. The only persons you're allowed to speak to are attorneys for the state of the defense.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank
State,
you.
call your next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Detective Thomas Patton. That's me. Just give me a minute.
All right, if you'll take a seat here, please. Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, have a seat. Please keep your voice up so that the court reporter and members of the jury can hear. And if you'll state your name and spell it for the record, please.
Thomas Edward Patton Jr., P-A-T-T-E-N.
All right, state.
Detective Patton, who do you currently work? San Antonio Police Department. How long did you work for SAP? I got hired in 2002. And what's your current role with the Independent Police Department? I'm assigned to the crime scene unit as a detective CSI. So you're a detective as well as a CSI? Yes, I'm a detective with the SAPD and assigned to the crime scene unit as the crime scene investigator. And how long have you been a CSI for? Uniformed evidence DI for almost 10 years, coming up on June 1st, but with a crime scene unit, probably a little over 8 years.
And so you mentioned, you said uniform evidence detective unit, what is a UEDI?
When everybody that makes detective in San Antonio, they are schooled for 2 weeks as an evidence processing individual for burglary of vehicles, crime scenes that are low level, and you assist CSIs because the caseload's pretty heavy out there. And they do everything from, say, theft of a vehicle to recovered stolens, photographs of family violence, and then, if needed, robberies and maybe even murders, depending on the caseload.
And so what happens when you become the CSI, when you made that transition?
Well, to be more specific, when you're a UEDI, what you try to do is you try to find a follow-up unit, homicide, robbery, vice, auto theft. And you're at the mercy of trying to find one of those. If not, you're stuck on patrol. You have 2 roles. You help assist process evidence or you take calls. So you'll see officers that have a uniform with the stripes on. And then you'll have regular detectives when they find a follow-up unit. They'll either be in plain clothes like homicide, robbery, rope. And then you'll be like me, I'll wear a polo shirt without a body cam, and that'll be like sex crimes, auto theft, and so on.
So were you working on July 30th, 2019?
Yes,
Were you called out to the scene to process a vehicle for evidence?
yes.
And how exactly does that work? How are you dispatched out?
Well, there was a call where street crimes broke. They had a suspect under arrest for murder, and there was a suspect vehicle that needed to be processed, and they would call out CSI.
And are you specifically assigned, or is it, how exactly did you specifically?
We have certain areas in town, there, like right now, there's only 6 of us in the whole city at one time per se. And if I'm working south, if this area was in south, I would go to south. If I work central, I would go to that area as long as this call is in that area.
And so, do you remember what vehicle were you called out to process on July 30th?
It was a Ford Fusion, maroon in color.
How would you, what's the procedure in appropriating the processing of a vehicle for evidence?
Well, first off, you get to the scene, you see there's notes, we call it a key card. You look on your key card, which is the computer, about the details on the call. What do they have? What's going on? How many people are assigned? And once I finally get there, you find the location. And then you kind of look at the scene. In this instance, there's a vehicle. I see the doors are open, the trunk's open, there's some personal property on the ground. And then I find out who's the ambulance person in charge, what detective. I see the street crimes officers talking among each other. And then I saw Detective Land at the time. And he was, I believe, with rope, repeat offenders. And I got with him, told me that they had a murder suspect under arrest. He was in this vehicle, and this suspect vehicle, we're looking for a 45 caliber handgun.
And so what did you find when you conducted the processing of this vehicle?
Well, there was consent that was given for the vehicle. I believe it was from the driver. I would photograph the consent form. We were looking for a 45 caliber handgun. In the process, you start from basically the driver's seat or driver's side. You move yourself around clockwise rotation, and you look for basically cell phones, drugs, weapons, firearms, money, stuff like that.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Detective Patton, I'm approaching you. What's been marked as State's Exhibit number 33.
Do you recognize this?
I know it's in black and white.
That is a consent to search form on the motor vehicle.
And why would you have taken a photo of it?
Just for documentation. I photograph it and then they keep it as an original and they put it with records.
Okay, and is this photo, does it clearly and accurately reflect the document that you would have taken a photo of in July 30th of 2019?
I believe so.
Okay, has it been altered in any way?
No.
Okay. Your Honor, State would offer State's Exhibit number 33 into evidence.
That's the,
Consent to search.
I'm no objection.
All right, State's Exhibit number 33 is admitted without objection.
Permission to publish it.
Granted.
Okay. So once you got that form signed, or once you saw that the form was signed, you would have conducted your search?
Right, I'm gonna photograph the vehicle first, just to document the way it looks. There's certain items of evidence that you're going to collect that are in plain view. And then kind of photograph anything that stands out, any kind of damage. And then the rope detective, since there's consent or other officers there, are gonna start searching while I'm actually photographing and searching myself.
And so you would have taken photos of the vehicle before you did anything else?
That's my protocol, yes.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm approaching, I'm gonna show you what's been marked as state exhibit number 36, 37, oops, sorry, 38, 39, 40, and 41. What are these photos of?
That is the suspect vehicle that I was processing and photographing.
And do these photographs fairly and accurately depict the vehicle that you processed on July 30th of 2019?
Yes, sir.
Have they been altered in any way?
No,
And specifically on this, it's exhibit number 39 and 40. I'm showing you exhibit number 40. Is this contained in exhibit number 39?
yes,
Okay, so it would be fair to say that exhibit number 40 is a zoomed in photograph of what's in exhibit number 39.
right. There's a sticker of a cactus.
But other than that, has exhibit number 40 been altered in any way?
No,
Your Honor, state would offer state's exhibit number 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41 into evidence. After defense has gotten a second to take a look. Mr. Moore.
I have no objections.
All right, states exhibits number 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41 are admitted without objection.
And permission to publish, Judge.
Granted.
I'm showing you exhibit number 36. What is this?
that's the driver's side overall photograph of the car.
Is there anything unique about the car that you noticed?
It has black rims right now and dark tinted windows in the back.
And is there any damage that you could see on the vehicle?
Well, the driver's side has a few dents on it, but there was recent damage to the back left portion of the bumper.
Showing exhibit number 37, I guess this is another photo. How many photos would you have taken of the vehicle?
As many as needed. There's never a numerical number that you set at. You just keep taking photos. Depending on outside, the quality of the ISO, how grainy it is, whether it's blurred or not.
And I'm going to show what's been marked as exhibit number 38. So you would have gone all the way around the vehicle to take a photo.
You're right, and then sometimes close-ups depending on the angle of the damage. I do know that damage on the left back was somewhat recent. You can tell.
How can you tell?
Well, I was on traffic for years, recent accidents. I can tell when a car's been hit recently, and that's fresh.
I'm showing exhibit number 39. Why would you have taken a photograph of the surrounding area?
So the jury, if we ever go to court, they can understand how it looked, where the car was, or that situation, that if we did any kind of processing, where we're at. So we're at an apartment complex parking lot.
And then showing you exhibit number 40. This photo's been zoomed in from exhibit number 39. What is this a photograph of?
Just showing the photograph of a distinct cactus sticker, I believe that is, on the vehicle.
And why is it important to take photographs of any distinct markings on vehicles?
Well, in case somebody saw a suspect vehicle, they noticed that, hey, there was a sticker on the back of the car. Well, this kind of shows that, well, this vehicle has the same sticker in case it's a suspect vehicle we're looking for. So it kind of helps identify it.
Then I'm showing you exhibit number 41. What is this a photograph of?
Just the recent damage, and you kind of tell with the angle that I took it that it's sticking out to the left.
So you would have then gone and processed the inside of the vehicle after taking photographs of the outside, correct?
So yes, when you process, it all depends on what kind of processing you do. It's not just one set way to do it. You kind of have a heads up from the following detectives who are handling or there on what they were looking for and why.
And so you always get all the information involved in the case when you're processing?
No, it's every case is different. So if I just said yes every time, I'd be lying. You kind of have to pull teeth sometimes, but then you have to kind of go off of your experience on what I'm going to do. So I automatically know I'm going to be taking photos.
And what did you find in the vehicle?
There were cell phones, there was drugs, there was handguns, there was ammo. No currency, but lots of drugs and guns.
Okay, and where were all these items now?
They were scattered about, cell phone, front driver's side floorboard, move over to your front passenger side. We had a lot of loose bullets, purses, Louis Vuitton bag, a fanny pack, 9mm, 45mm rounds. There was personal property on the ground outside on the right rear passenger. Behind the front driver's seat was a backpack that had a set of keys in it and a lot of drugs. And then behind the front driver's seat in the back seat, but it's a cargo pocket. Behind the driver were 2 handguns.
So you mentioned that you found a backpack in the back seat. Would you have gone through and looked inside the bag?
Yeah, there was drugs, and then in a side pocket was a fob for a Mercedes.
You're on a man approach?
Yes.
So as a CSI, it's not just your job to look through and to, I guess, put evidence in police custody. It's also to take photographs, correct?
Correct.
And you were the CSI who was taking photographs of this.
Yes.
And so I'm showing you what's been marked as states exhibit number 28, 29, and 30. What are these photographs of?
That's going to be the blue backpack that was sitting on the rear driver's side floorboard. That key fob came out of that side pocket on the Jan Sport bag, and this other one's a close-up of that Mercedes fob.
Okay.
These other items are drug paraphernalia and drug items inside the backpack.
And so typically here, I wanted to focus on exhibit number 28. It's a photo of that key. You would have taken another photograph, which is in exhibits, or I guess the zoomed out version of that photograph is exhibit number 29. Whose hand is that?
I'm going to say it's my hand.
And why would you say that?
I got the camera, that's what I do. I would take an object with one hand and I take it with the other hand. That's me holding.
And now I'm showing you exhibit number 30, where the key came from. Are you aware what happened to the bag?
Detective Hardiman, to share all the processing, so it doesn't take 8 hours, I asked him if he could process the drugs, and he took the backpack.
Okay. And so, as far as you're aware, Detective Hardiman would have taken custody of the backpack, but beyond that, you wouldn't know.
No,
Now, this wasn't the only time that you had to search this vehicle, was it?
no, about a week or so later, I believe, I had to go again, to our secure lot.
And do you know when this search took place? The date? Second one.
August 10th, maybe?
Would it be in any of your reports?
I would write a report and it would have the correct date.
And you know, it's been about a week after the initial search, correct?
Yes.
And can I approach you?
Yes.
Your second report, what day would you have conducted the second search?
August 8th.
Okay, and why would you have conducted the second search?
Usually these vehicles, when we put 4429 9th Street, that's our secure pound area. These vehicles are waiting for either a consent form or a warrant to be issued to process that.
Okay, and you can keep that, just please don't read directly off of it, only use it to refresh your memory. So you would have conducted a second search. Why would you have conducted the second search?
This situation, there was a warrant that was issued on the vehicle.
And Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's been marked in state exhibit number 34 and 35. Can you take a look and see what these are photographs of?
That would be a photograph of the search warrant for the vehicle that was being searched the second time.
And during the second search, you would have been the person who conducted or who took the photographs.
Yes.
And would this photograph have been taken in the course of the second search?
Yes.
Okay. And is this a true and accurate copy of the photographs that were taken?
It appears so.
Your Honor, state would offer states exhibit number 34 and 35 into evidence. Pending defense getting a chance to be.
I have no objection.
All right, states exhibit 34 and 35 are admitted without objection.
Permission to publish it?
Granted.
Showing you what's been marked as states exhibit number 34. It's the first page of the warrant. Page of the warrant. Sorry about that. So why would you have conducted this second search, you know?
Well, we couldn't find the 45 caliber handgun on the first search, so I believe that they decided to, and I would only assume.
Judge, I'm going to
that-
object to speculation.
Sustained.
Would you have been told why you needed to conduct the second search?
Yes,
Okay, and why were you told to conduct?
Judge, I'm going to object to speculation. He just testified he's speculating, and now the state's trying to cure it by planting words in his mouth. He just said he didn't know. He said he presumed. I'd object. It's
The
speculation.
objection other than speculation.
No, it's speculation.
All right, that'll be overruled.
Do you remember what you were told as to why you went to go conduct the second search?
look for items of evidence.
And I'm showing you what's going to be marked or what's been marked already as states exhibit number 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. What are these photos of?
Same vehicle, install number 2, a little bit better lighting, so you can see damage a little bit better, more clear. But the vehicle has no real personal property in it. It was like clean. The exterior is still dirty, but inside there might be just a few loose items.
Okay. And do these photographs clearly and accurately depict the condition of the vehicle when you went to go conduct the second search?
It appears so, except for the personal properties in this.
Okay. And have these photographs been altered in any way?
Not that I know.
And they fairly and accurately depict the vehicle as you saw it?
Go ahead and say yes.
Your Honor, state would offer what's been marked as state's exhibit number 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50 into evidence, pending defense getting the chance.
I have no objection.
All right, states exhibits 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49, and 50 are admitted without objection.
Well, I'm just going to very quickly show you state exhibit number 42. So you said that the vehicle, when you conducted the second search, it was empty, correct?
Mostly of all items, yes.
And were there more items the first time you searched?
It was full of personal property. Yes.
And in states exhibit number 43 and 44, what are we taking a look at here?
The damage, I said that looks somewhat recent.
Yeah, and why did you take more photos of the damage?
Just to document that it definitely looks recent.
And is it consistent with the photographs that you took at the first search?
I think it's consistent, but the lighting's better here.
And then states exhibit number 45, what is this photograph of?
Just an overall of the trunk and it's empty.
Number 46, same thing, but what was the trunk full when you conducted the first search?
It was full to me, yes.
There were more items in it the first time than the second.
Correct. And your definition of full, not overstuffed, but it definitely had items in it.
Okay. And in the states exhibits number 47 and 48, what are these photographs of?
That's the driver's side again, the left front and then the left rear.
And then in states number 49, what is this photograph of?
The left front, a little bit more of the front to the right side.
And in states exhibit number 50, what is this photograph of?
Just the back driver's side, left side, to show that dent and how it sticks out again.
And again, you took photographs the first time, correct?
Yes.
Of the outside of the vehicle.
Right.
And then you took more photographs in the second.
Yes.
And what was the point of taking, I guess, both sets of photographs?
In case there's anything missed, sometimes you didn't find something, or I didn't take a good enough photograph the first time, you take more photographs the second time.
And on that second time that we searched, you said that the first time you searched, you found the keys in new backpack. Was that backpack or the keys, were either one found in the vehicle the second time?
No,
You know what happened to these?
they were in the backpack.
Or beyond that, you don't know?
No.
The first time you searched the vehicle, there were weapons that were found.
Judge, I'm gonna object to leaving the witness.
Sustained.
Were there any weapons found the first time that you searched?
Yes, I found a couple handguns in the front driver's seat in the back cargo pocket.
And what caliber were these firearms?
9mm, I believe.
And you said that there were various pieces of ammunition that were found the first time, correct?
9mm and 45.
So 9mm and 45. What about the second time that you searched? Was there any other ammunition found?
I found one live round of 9mm ammunition in the trunk, in the back right, hiding underneath a piece of insulation.
Was the 45 round that you found the first time, was it a live round?
Yes, both rounds I found were live.
And what does that mean, a live round?
It still has the bullet intact, connected to the shell casing, and the primer has not been dented. So it would be able to be fired.
Okay, and so what does that mean to you?
It's just a live round and it wasn't used.
Okay. Council Willis.
In your job as a CSI, who's responsible for inventorying the contents of the vehicle?
Depends on when you say inventory, officers are responsible for inventorying the vehicle when it comes to, say, the pound. In that aspect,
What about evidence?
the items of evidence that I collect, I inventory those for myself.
Okay, so you took pictures of all the items inside the vehicle, right?
I would say most of them.
You took a picture of a backpack in the back seat,
Yeah,
right? Inside that backpack, you said you saw various narcotics and a key fob,
yes.
okay? Who's responsible for the inventory of the items in that backpack?
It would probably be the person who has possession of it who takes it into custody.
Which was who?
I believe it was Detective Hartman.
Okay, so you have no knowledge of who that key fob belonged to, correct?
No idea.
And all we know is the key fob has disappeared. Right?
If they say so, yes, I don't know where it's at.
Okay, so all you did was hand it off to Detective Hartman.
Yes,
So, I mean, as a CSI, you're supposed to document, depending on your job, the crime scene or evidence and things like that, right?
yes,
Okay, so you have to sign off whenever you're submitting evidence to the property room or anything else like that. Correct?
if I take custody of something, yes,
Okay, so here you're saying you didn't take custody of the backpack. You just gave it to Detective Hardiman.
yes,
Okay, so you have no way of knowing what was in the backpack. When you gave it to Detective Hardiman, did you take I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Did you take everything out of the backpack,
no,
lay it out and photograph it?
no,
Okay. Who suggested taking a photograph of this key fob by itself?
I did.
Okay. Because you thought, did somebody tell you it was important to take a picture of this?
No,
And you didn't take any pictures of any name, or like there was, I guess, there was a tag on it, right?
I think there was a yellow one maybe.
Did you ever document a name on it?
No,
And you said that there were 2 9mm handguns found in the pocket on the back of the driver's seat, right?
yes,
And you talked about finding unfired ammunition, right?
yes,
Okay, so let's talk about that. So you found a bag with 39 9mm rounds, correct?
yeah, on the front passenger floorboard, yeah,
Okay. And then you found 2 unfired 45 shells, right?
rounds, yes.
Around, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And where'd you find those?
One was in a red fanny pack, I believe, and the other one was in a purse.
Okay. The purse owned by the driver of the vehicle?
I don't recall who owned what purse or fanny packs.
Did you take a picture of, let me rephrase. When you're inventorying something and you have, like say on a drug case and you're trying to tie somebody to items of narcotics and there's an ID, are you going to take a picture of an ID in a purse with drugs in it to tie that person to the items?
I usually would, yeah.
Did you do that here?
I don't recall unless I see the picture since this was so long ago.
Okay, but that's your standard practice, right?
If I see a name with, yeah, I would.
Okay. There were 3 people found in the car, right?
Or I was told, yeah,
2 men, 1 woman.
correct.
Can we go on the assumption the purse was the woman?
We could assume, but again, speculation.
Okay, but that's why you're supposed to take a picture of any ID to try to establish who owns the purse, right?
Yeah,
You have your report?
not in front of me, no.
Okay, what about your, but you reviewed your report, correct?
Yes,
Do you recall whether or not you actually attempted to ascertain whether or not the person in question belonged to the driver of the vehicle?
no, that's not my protocol.
Mm. Your protocol is not to establish. Okay, so did you find anything in the purse other than the 45 round?
I would have to look at the photos to give you a definitive answer on that. All I know is if I found the round, I would refer to the round. If there was other items in the purse that could be there that weren't collected, I would have to see the photo.
So you found one in a purse, right? And where'd you find the other one?
It was in a red fanny pack, I believe.
Okay. And you're aware the vehicle belonged to a lady named Miranda Garcia. She was the driver, right?
Yes,
Are you aware who the
passenger was in the backseat of the vehicle at the time it was stopped?
I believe it was a friend. Not sure what friend, but he was a friend of one of the other.
Okay. And other than inventorying and taking pictures of stuff, that was your involvement with the case, right?
Yeah, photograph it, try to look for the 45. We came across other items of evidence, which is what we found, and we collected those items.
Okay. Were you ever asked later on if you were aware of what happened to the Mercedes key fob?
Only on pre-trials.
Okay. But, so it came to your attention that the key fob had gone missing?
Only found out during the pre-trials.
Yeah, I understand that. But it
Not to
came
be
to your,
specific, Don.
yeah, but it came to your understanding that somehow between the time you graphed it and now it's disappeared.
Right.
That's all I have.
Any further questions? State?
Just quickly, Your Honor. So why did you take photographs of the keys?
Well, you come across items, you photograph them. They might not be evidence, you don't collect them, but at least it was documented and we can talk about it like today. But you don't actually, he's saying inventory, but I don't inventory something, I'm not collecting, you at least just photograph something. And then during the investigation, you realize that belonged to somebody else, and that's kind of what happened here.
And Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 51 and 52. What are these photographs of?
This is a live, I believe 9mm that was sitting on, it looks like the seat cushion of the car.
And would you have documented in your report what exactly that piece of evidence was? What corresponds to that placard?
Right. We call it a inventory, which would be my report, which state what E6 and E7 is. And I'm going to assume right now, without reading my report, they're 9mm live rounds.
And but if you were to read your report, you'd be able to say specifically what those items.
They look kind of big now. I can't see them, but it's probably 45s.
I'm approaching you with what's been marked as your report. When was this report made?
July 30th, 2019.
Okay, and what placard is in State's Exhibit number 51?
51 is E7.
Okay, and what is that for? And if you could refresh your recollection, what does that correspond to?
That is a live round of a 45 PPU.
Okay, and does it clearly and accurately depict the item that you found on that day?
Oh, yes.
Has it been altered in any way?
No.
Okay, Your Honor, State would offer State's Exhibit number 51 into evidence.
I have no objection.
All right, State's Exhibit number 51 is admitted without objection.
Permission to publish, Judge.
Granted.
So then let's go to State's Exhibit number 52. What is that a photograph of?
That's E6. It's a live round of ammunition.
Okay, and what you said it's a live round. What caliber of round?
Well, the photo doesn't show you the stamp on the back to tell you, but my report says it's 45 caliber PPU.
Okay, and does it fairly and accurately depict the item that corresponds with E6?
I would say yes.
Okay, has it been altered in any way?
Not that I know.
Okay, Your Honor, State would offer State's Exhibit number 52 into evidence.
I have no objection.
All right, State's Exhibit number 52 is admitted without objection.
Permission to publish.
Granted.
Okay. And so where were State's Exhibit number, what's depicted in State's Exhibit number 51 and 52, where were those found?
Okay, E6 was found in the purse, and E7 was found in the fanny pack.
And do you recall where was the purse located?
From passenger floorboard.
Okay, and where was the fanny pack located from?
Same area, front passenger floorboard.
Athletics.
So you took the 45 round out of the purse, right?
Yes.
Did you photograph any other items in the purse to try to ascertain who owned the purse?
I would have to see the photos. I
Yeah.
would just assume that I would take photos of the purse being open to look for something.
Okay, do you have them?
I don't have the photos in front of me now.
Did the state talk to you about photographs of the purse or anything else?
No.
Okay. Are you, I know in your job, you're familiar with firearms. What about just as a hobby?
I have several.
Okay. Are you aware how many rounds of 45 caliber ammunition are manufactured in the United States every year?
No idea.
Probably over 1 million, right?
Judge, false or speculation.
Sustained,
Judge, I'm asking him in his capacity as a gun aficionado.
sustained.
There's a lot.
Okay,
When
I have
I-
nothing further.
Make a ruling on an objection. If you have a question on whether or not you should answer it or not, ask me. All right. Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Nothing to say, Judge.
All right, is this witness excused or subject to recall?
I don't need him anymore.
Excuse me.
All right, the rule has been invoked. What that means is you can't discuss your testimony with anyone. The only persons you're allowed to speak to are attorneys for the state of the defense.
That's fine.
All right, you may step down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you your lunch break now. And so that everybody, if people want to walk to different locations, I'll have us back here instead of at 1 o'clock, we'll come back at 1:15. All right, remember, you've heard some evidence in this case. Please make sure your badges are visible as you're walking around because other people may be talking about this case. If you hear anything about this case or hear people talking about this case, please ignore it. If you see anything on social media or television, ignore it. You're not allowed to do any investigation. Everything that you need to know about this case is to come from inside the courtroom. Does everyone understand? You're not allowed to begin deliberation in your own head or with each other. I'll let you know when it's time to deliberate. All right, everyone, please rise for the jurors. All right, so everyone, we will start back at, I will say 1:15-ish, because I know it's going to take time for them to be lined up and everything. So just make sure you're here by
I
1:15.
have a brief request
Yes,
involving Judge Ramon.
yes.
So I have a guy with a warrant that I'm trying to get resolved that she said I could do by Zoom, and it was supposed to be 9, and now she bumped me to 1:30.
Okay.
I just need to see if I can walk across the hall for about 10 minutes at
Yes.
about 1:30, because she doesn't set bonds on misdemeanor MTRs.
Just one
She
moment.
just chastises.
Could you let the jurors know before they leave to tell them we're going to move it to 1:30?
1:30?
All right.
It'll be brief, but she said she wouldn't set a bond. She just wants to lecture him about his wayward ways.
All right, so what we'll do then is we'll be back at 1:30-ish. So
Sure.
Mr. Mauer, you'll be able to go and speak with Judge Ramon.
I will. Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're